Hello, guys. This is Candy. I hope you're doing well. So, in this tutorial, we're going to learn how to componentize this, right? So, it's already an existing site, and this is the this is the component basically. This is this section we want to componentize, where we want an image, and then we want something like a title, description, and then we want an action button. So let's get started. So what I have here open in my VS Code editor is I have created an HTML document, the minimal HTML document, and we are going to start our live server. This is actually an extension that goes by the name live server. Live server. So this is the extension that I'm using. So now let's look at this. As you can see, this component has even the responsive part in it, because when we uh, reduce the size of the screen, notice how the layout is adjusting to the available space for it. And at some point, the image section goes below our text section, right? So we would want to do it in a way that we preserve all the styles of this part of the UI. All right. Let's just put it like this, maybe because I have less space on my screen. Okay. And here we have the code. Now, whenever I start with cloning part of a site, uh, what I do is I click on it, inspect, right? And then I just hover over these sections, right? And let's just maximize it for better visibility for now. So when we hover here, you can see it gives us this element. And when we go one level up, we have wrapper for this. And here there is a different section. So if you're going to collapse, so this one is skill section. This one is experience section in the site. We want to get this one, which is midsection. Now, to do that, what we're going to do, simply just copy this element and we are going to paste it right here. Okay, so pretty simple until now. Okay, now, as you can see that we have something like this, which is not looking the way we want it to appear. It doesn't have any styles with it. So here, what we can do is let's go back to the page and we will start to copy the styles from the existing UI. For that, as we can see that there is a mid class. Let's start with this parent section first. Okay. Then we're going to go down the tree. All right. So here, and let's see the styles. So these are the styles that are applicable to this class, right? Yes. Okay, so we want this section, midsection, right? Let's just copy it. And if you notice that these are the styles below it are like generic style. So we won't be copying these, and we don't have to copy this one. We don't have to copy this one. We do not even have to copy this one. So from this part, we're going to copy our styles because this is the class that is being applied to this section. Now, here we have it. Now, in the head part, we just have to declare a style tag and just paste it. So now, what we want to do, we are just gonna get to the child section of it. So here we have this part, the one you see that is getting highlighted when I hover on it, right? Now going to get the styles from this one. And again, just the style above the generic styles. Copy and just paste it here, right? Let's move forward and let's see how our design is coming. Okay, so it's taking shape, but it needs a lot more work. So let's continue. Did we copy the wrapper? I don't think so. You see, we forgot to copy the wrapper. We copied the midsection. We copied the mid left block, but we did not get the wrapper. So let's grab these as well. Wrapper class. And let's also get this one. Wrapper.grid. Okay. So for this, you need a little bit of knowledge of CSS and HTML, but this is not that complicated once you learn it. All right. So this is an intermediate level tutorial. So if you're struggling a bit, it's okay. So you just start with learning HTML and CSS, and then move to this tutorial. And then it would be much easier for you to understand what's happening here. Okay, so we have copied these styles. We have copied this one. Let's move further down. Here's an image. Let's get the image first, right? Because then we will have something visible on our page and it would look much better. And okay, let's just reload. Okay, for some reason we are not getting the image, but let's see why is that. For that, we're just going to copy this link and just paste it here. By the way, we can see that the path is incorrect for the image. So for now, what we can do is either we can pick the URL of this image like this. Open in the new tab. Here we have the link. But either way, I don't want to use this image. But I'm just going to show you, like, if you're having such issues, what you can do with it. So let's put it here. Okay. And close this. And let's see. Yeah. So we have the image here. Now, we are a lot closer to making this a Blazor component, right? But let's just move forward and see. Okay. But it's taking shape, as you can see right now. Okay. Now, let's move forward. We had this level covered. Now we're going further down the tree and let's get the styles for the link. As when we hover on it, it does something like this. All right. So let's get this. And to do that, whenever you see the element tags, ignore them because these are not the styles we want to grab. We want classes. Okay. Classes or IDs, but you would usually find the classes being used in the code. Okay, now let's see what we have here. Is it working? Not really. What are we missing? So as we can see that when we hover on the original design, it gives us this kind of animation. But in our case, this is not happening. Why is that? Because we need to access this state change, right? For that, what we need to do is just click on HAW and click on this one. Now you can see that the state is locked. And when you click on it or when you check it and uncheck it, you see this class appear, right? So we're going to grab it and paste this as well. All right, now let's see. In our case, okay, great. Nice. And let's see if we're missing any other thing. I don't think we have any other thing to grab here. All right. Now let's move to the normal wrapper. And as you can see, there are no styles with this element on this element. So let's move further down. I'm just checking again. All right. So let's move further down, and we do not want the styles on the main element. As I said before, we want classes. So here we have class. Let's move down, paste it here. Okay. So this is actually an important skill because most of the time you deal with existing designs or existing UI, and you might want to migrate them into Blazor. And this process can be a bit not as in hard, but you have to break down the processes. So to be able to get the component precisely the way it was built previously. All right, so here we have it. You can see that the styles look a bit different, but it is because maybe the bootstrap is being used in this case. So do not worry about that for now. All right. Okay. Now we have the styles for header in our code. Do we have all the styles? Let's just verify we have this class, we have this class, and this class as well. Now, what is missing? As we can see that this description looks a bit different from the one we have here, right? So let's grab this one as well. And actually, let's test if we have the responsiveness. No, currently we do not have the thing that was happening in the original part in this one. Like when we resize the window, the image section goes below this part, right? So to do that, we're just going to get to this section, the wrapper section, which consists of both of these elements, the image part and the mid-left block, okay? So as we can see that this element has media query. So what we need to do is we need to copy this media query and we need to place it below the wrapper and grid. Okay, so here we have wrapper and grid classes. We can paste it right here. Okay, and now if you notice, the image is now showing up right below our description part. But let's look at this again. This image is full length, but in this case, we're not seeing it full length. That is really strange. Let's see why is that. Why is it happening? Okay, so even the container has a media query. Let's copy this. And we need to paste it below the midsection. Right? Now, something is happening to the image. Let's see what it is. So media section, so as we can see, all of these have the media queries in it. We're just going to grab all these media queries and paste it at the right positions. You see, mid image, and then we have mid image media query. Then we have this section. We want to grab both of these, copy, and paste it below this class. And now it is working as expected, right? So the animation is okay. Now only we have the issue with the paragraph. We have to do exactly what we did until now. So gonna go here, inspect element. Here we have the paragraph. Now we want to grab the styles, copy, paste it, and there's nothing else inside this tag because we have copied the entire component right now. Okay, there's nothing else that we need to do. Okay, so let's just do our final compare. For this, we are going to close this part. Just close this. We do not need it. Gonna take this and just do a side-by-side comparison. Right. Okay, so this is a bit strange. I think we are still missing from style. Okay, for the heading, we want the one for the heading and we did not have one for heading here. Let's just grab it and paste it below Ace. Okay. You can also paste it right here. Okay, so now we have all the styles that we needed. But as we can see that there are some minor differences between the two. We can always fix them later. But we have this component with us right now. And you'll notice that some things are going to fix automatically, like font of this one, okay? Let's get rid of this entire thing and let's just copy the code now. We're gonna grab this, place it here, and wrap this even further. Then Okay, so here we have it. Okay, so we have something visible here. And actually, it is going to be very simple from here on. Just copy the style, select all of these styles. You have to do nothing, just copy them, and we're going to paste it. And here, just remove everything and paste. So over here we have our beautiful philosophy section. It's looking very pretty. It is also responsive. When we hover it, we have an action button. The problem with the text is already fixed, and it is working perfectly the way we want it. And I actually didn't do anything more to change this. This is because of the bootstrap. Now, if we want to switch this image with something else, we're just going to download this one image because we want to have this image with us. Open link in new tab. Here we have the image, save image, slash images, www. Images, slash brand, philosophy. Just get rid of this part. Here we have it. And it's stored locally. Yes. All right. Okay. Now we're going to declare some variables, string, title, get, set. Okay, they're going to be private, so it is fine. Then we want description, get, set. Next thing we need is image URL, string, image URL, get. We can make image URL a dynamic part of this. We're going to take this out of here. Okay. And we are just going to write it like this, style and paste. Want to get this part out of here and initialize it. Image URL equals like this, image URL. And same thing we're going to do for the title. Testing. For now, we're going to have a different title, and description going to be testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. And for now, let's just get rid of these. Write it title, description, and save. Finally, it is working. It's just Windows, philosophy, and values. So we can do it like this, like passing the parameters from here, or we can also initialize this component right here only. This makes it more reusable. As you see, that we can just pass a different image if we want. I do not want to do it like this. So we're just going to remove this part. Now, As we can see that this button does not go with the theme. So let's fix this part, okay? This is very simple fix though. And it should be background color. Hmm. Now it's looking better according to our theme. And if we change the theme, the button color should change as well. Right, it is changing, which is great. This is exactly what we want. Replace this part, this line. And let's also initialize this. We're just going to make it hash, nothing else. Click on it, it goes up. Nice. Okay, nice. So this is the end of the tutorial. We have tried creating a component. We have also tried passing our values as parameter, but we are preferring it this way because we are not intending to use it multiple times. But if we want, we can. All right, so that's it with the tutorial. We now have a beautiful part of our Blazor site. It looks beautiful. You gotta try it yourself. It is responsive, and it was not difficult. All right, there are a few things that were a bit challenging, but yeah, it is with every framework, UI framework that we use. This is basically very simple thing. I've never seen a code that is simpler than this. And we can even take this part out from here if you want. Let's just do that. Gonna remove this here. Going to share image, describe, describe, razor.cs. Okay, so it is going to create partial and inherit from component base. Component base. Paste it here, and these quickly should disappear. As we can see, they disappeared. And this is even cleaner code where we have this part, C# part totally separate. And this looks more like, sorry, this page looks more like a razor page, but even cleaner. How about that? And the organization of the files is listed automatically. So we have the styles, we have the C# code right here, and we also have our HTML code right here. Great. So Let's see you in our next tutorial. Maybe suggest us what topic we can cover. If you like the tutorial, give it a thumbs up. It actually keeps me motivated for creating such tutorials that could be useful for beginners or intermediate engineers that are getting started with Blazor. If you liked it, that's really great. So surely mention that. You can follow me on Instagram, on YouTube. Just press that follow button and come on, just press that subscribe button. That really helps us to bring you these tutorials. Okay, thank you very much. Over and out.